Do you guys like to party? I do. Here's the deal. Oh my God, you guys, we're back. Wait, can you guys see this crap? I don't clear my desk before these episodes, and it's super dusty. Hold on, I'm gonna clean my desk. This is disgusting, guys. I got the fluffer nutter. It's just really dusty. Like when you do or whatever this thing's called, whatever here's the deal is, when you do it in a basement, things get dirty. Things get real dirty. And I can't keep up with this. Luckily, I got this fluffer nutter. I call it a fluffer nutter. You can call it whatever you want. But to enjoy doing a show like this, you gotta clean it up. I'm sorry I had to do that at the very beginning, but welcome back. The show has started. Don't forget, it's free, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew this. When you go onto YouTube and you're walking there, or to your computer, I guess you walk to your computer and you sit down and then you get on the mouse and you're looking for the website you want to go to, and you're like, oh, here's the deal, new episode every Tuesday, I'm gonna go check that out. And then you click on the link, and then, oh shit, there's Kevin. Oh, holy fuck, he's got a beard. I'm gonna want to watch that episode because he has a beard on every episode, so might as well come back for more. And then this is episode 10. Subscribe. You guys subscribe, hit that button. It's literally free. You don't pay anything. And it just helps. It just helps the general world, helps the YouTubes, and then it helps me. So just hit the subscribe button. It's fun. It's fun to subscribe to things. So besides that, you guys, you don't have to do it though. So if you don't want to subscribe, you're basically saying, fuck you, Kevin, you're a piece of shit. And a lot of people already tell me that. Let's get going with the show, huh? What camera am I supposed to look at, Luke? This one? I hired you for this one show and you already blew it. We're in double digits, people. Yeah, baby. We're on episode 10 and things are getting hotter and hotter. We're airing the new theme song. What camera do I look at? There's so many guys in this room. Hey, pay attention, guys in the room with the camera. There's things going down right now. We have a new theme song. We're airing it in about probably a few minutes or maybe a second. I don't know when I'm going to press it. Oh, I didn't press it. Maybe I won't show it today, but my guest today actually made this new theme song. So you're going to hear it and then you're going to see him. And you're going to get to hear him talk. And then you're going to get to hear me talk. I'm sorry for that. I'm very sorry. But you guys are watching the show right now, so I'm glad that I'm just... That is a cool sound. Things are starting to open up in California. I don't know what state you're watching this in or what country, because we just had my cousins from Croatia on the last episode. So now we have followers all the way in Europe. They're flocking to tune into the show and today, Junior. Okay, so here's the theme song made by the guy you're gonna see after the theme song. And a 3, a 2, a 1. Oh shit. Okay, 3 and a 2 and a 1.
When you want something real but not too real, here's the deal. 'Cause it's time to go and start the show. He's an average Joe that you should know. Kevin Kelly by. He does what he feels, so grab a meal and get ready for Here's the Deal.
Boom, baby. You guys just heard it for the first time. Welcome back to Here's the Deal, where dreams come true. No, they don't. It's where dreams come to die. And this guy took the time. He's got a kid. He's got a wife. And he took the time to make a theme song for the show all the way in New York. You can send things through the internet. I don't know if you guys knew this. Files can be sent through the multi-webs. And so I didn't even have to go to New York to get this song. I want to put an intro, some kind of intro animation with that. And I'm thinking like if Michael Bay wants to sign on to this, he's the guy that created Transformers. Transformers basically changed the game, what is okay and what's not okay to do in filmmaking. Basically, Michael Bay is the art house director you want to be. Any film. He can direct any film. He can write anything. He's the smartest guy out there as a director. So Michael Bay, if you're listening, I'm thinking rockets come in during the we'll play it right here. So get the bongos. So I'm thinking like you get a Decepticon that comes out of the ground. It's like, real. Here's the deal. Explosion, rockets flying in. Show, average show, and then just picture me right there. Getting nearly. Oh, jet planes. Mach 5 jet planes comes in. Machine guns. Boom, and then just like a huge atomic bomb at the end. Are you guys tired of this show? I am. Episode 10, double digits, motherfucker. I just cuss. I don't care. This is a rated R episode, you guys. Get ready for ultimate swearing showdown. I'm going to be saying a bunch of bad words. Like, I hope this rating goes all the way up, guys, on this one. Butthole nugget. All my bad words include nugget for some reason. I don't know why. I'm going to say the darnest things, and you better believe it's going to get raunchy. So, Grandma, if you're watching this episode, I apologize in advance. I apologize. But until you're on the show, Grandma, I'm just going to free reign. So you're going to have to come on and teach me all the values because I forgot them. I want everybody to welcome my friend and one of the greatest composers out there, Matthew A.C. Cohen. Oh, wait, that's the wrong button. There we go. Applause. What's up, Matt?
I mean, I don't know that that's necessarily true. I mean, maybe in my own mind.
You told me before this, you said, describe me as the greatest composer that's ever lived. So that's what I'm telling people.
Well, I mean, for my own ego, but yeah, you don't got to tell the world. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to fight me now, that are, I know a lot of composers. They're going to come after me.
I guarantee John Williams, the guy that composed like Star Wars films and many others, cannot beat you up. I promise you. Well, I don't know.
That's only because he's like 100. He's like 90 years old.
Well, that's why I said that. Yeah, no, he is that old, but at least you could probably kick his ass. And I say probably.
Oh, man.
You created that, so everybody just heard this song, the new theme song. You created that. Is that correct?
I did.
And
I sang it too, unfortunately.
I want you to create a new theme song every week now. Could you do that for me?
Oh my! I don't know if you can afford me, man. That's that's a lot of money. At the rate you're paying me, $10,000 per episode.
Oh my gosh! If you guys could have seen the check, I didn't send him. I mean, you could just send money over like Venmo nowadays, but I sent you like the big check, right? Check. Yeah, like that you win at golf tournaments when you win the whole thing.
Yep. I couldn't fit it through the kiosk at the bank. They all the glass these days, and I couldn't. I mean, I was like, how am I supposed to?
Oh yeah, you got to take those checks to the big check bank. That's there's only 2 of them in the United States, and there's not. So you're in New York, right? So there's none in New York. You're gonna have to go to Alabama. You're a composer. You make music for a living.
That's what I do for a living. Yep. When people pay me for whatever reason, people pay me to write music for their projects or for whatever. I don't know how I've swindled people into paying me to do this, because it's not really work. I mean, it can be work, but it's not.
You're a criminal. Yeah, you're swindling people left and right. You swindled me twice.
Twice.
This is not the only theme that you've done for me. You did an entire short film with me, that Jerry Nova's Love Extravaganza. So it's not, not a normal title, but I think it was more of a money grab. We're just like, people are going to want to come to see this movie if the title's long enough. So, and you don't really know what it's about just from that. I mean, most people thought it was a porno. That's
Well, I mean, there's that one scene.
Ooh. Tantalizing.
But
yeah, it's going to be out in theaters, all AMC theaters by the end of the year, I promise. Once the coronavirus is over, we're gonna send it out in all the theaters, and you're gonna be able to watch it. We got to talk about how you and your family are doing, because New York was hit pretty freaking hard with the coronavirus.
Yeah. It was like one of the biggest hotspots. I'm out on Long Island, so I'm not really in like Manhattan, the city area that really got hit the hardest, because there's like 6 million people or whatever that live on like a tiny island. So we still got hit pretty hard out where I am. I'm about 30, 40 minutes from the city, suburb of Manhattan. So we still got pretty hard. They shut pretty much everything down for the most part, but thankfully my family and I have been healthy through most of it. So nobody's gotten sick. We've all been staying pretty safe. So we're pretty lucky. We know some people that have gotten it. My dad and a couple of us had been exposed to it because my dad's an accountant. So this started to hit like during his busiest time of the year.
Maybe you haven't been able to go to the studio as much, but you can do a lot of that from home then, creating certain compositions.
Yeah, yep. So I have a home studio that I work 98% of the time out of. So whenever I'm on a project, most of the time I'm doing my work from there. The only time I really go out is if we have a recording session booked at another studio. I'll go out to that, which we were probably going to have some studio time booked. I'm on a couple projects that got pushed, because the whole industry kind of just shut down when this hit. So a lot of the projects that I was working on got pushed, and so like kind of right now we're starting to get back into the swing of things. And so there's a documentary that I'm working on with another composer that we probably would have done some sessions for, but with everything kind of being shut down, we're going to do it'll be more remote recording. I have a cellist and a violinist that are actually in Nashville that will do some recording from their home studio. But thankfully, most of the work that I do is done from the chair that I'm sitting in right now.
See, so we're doing the same thing. We don't have to move. And I don't. Eventually I'm going to have a mini fridge right here, and then hopefully my girlfriend will love me enough, and she'll just put like a bunch of yogurt and granola in there, and then I'll never have to leave. I can just crank out podcasts or whatever this show is. Here's the deal, and have someone on every day, and I'll never have to leave this seat.
You should do that. You should do like a Big Brother type show where you just set up cameras all throughout your house, and like we get a deep dive into the life of Kevin Kelly.
If I put a camera up in every room of the house, one, you're going to see things that no one should ever see in their entire life. But mostly it'll be me like chasing the cat around, because now he's because we just got a kitten. You have a baby, we got a kitten, but I consider it a baby because I am terrible at taking care of things, and it's really hard. And he runs around the house. As he gets older, it seems like he's sleeping less, and he just goes nuts. He just wants to claw me. He wants to claw the furniture. And so that would be the footage of my show. So maybe it would just be like this fast paced, like Mission Impossible music, me chasing around my cat, like in a BMW, and he has like a machine gun, kind of scenario.
Yeah, people would love that. I'd watch that. A cat video. If you chasing a cat around, I would watch that.
So speaking of the babies and the kittens, you have a little guy. There's a little mini you now.
Pretty much.
What's that? So you didn't have when I met you. So I met you for the first time. I mean, I talked to you over the phone, if that counts as meeting. But then we flew out to New York to compose music for Jerry Nova. And then you didn't have a baby then, but now you have a baby. So what happened?
I met my fiance, and one thing led to another, and we moved pretty quickly into the having a kid, getting married, buying a house together type. We kind of just to get ultra sappy on the show. We kind of just knew, like, we had both been through bad relationships. We had both been engaged before and had like those engagements broken, and so we kind of like knew what we wanted going into our relationship. And like from the minute, it's so sappy and like rom-com to say, but it was like from the minute we sat down,
love at first sight.
It was kind of like, yeah, it was kind of like, oh, maybe not at first sight. I think it was after like our second date, as she MC Hammer danced across the bar.
No.
I was like, yeah, I said, this is the chick. This is it.
I'm going to marry you, you MC Hammering girl.
Yeah.
Wait, did you know her yet? Or did you literally like went to a bar and she was already doing the MC Hammer and you're like, you're gonna marry. I'm gonna marry her. I have never met you,
Yeah, I
but
knew her. We had already had one date. We had one date. This was our second date, and we had gone to like a pub for a drink, and Can't Touch This came on.
As it does, you know.
as it does at any point.
And there she went, hammer dancing across the bar. And I was like, all right, this is the chick that I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with.
Are you just get like turned on by MC Hammer's music videos, or is that
Pretty much, yeah. It's the parachute pants. It's the pants. I wish I could pull off parachute pants, man. Are those coming back?
we can bring him back, Matt, and your kid?
Well, I'm hoping. Well, I would love to put him in a pair of parachute pants.
Yes.
They don't make baby parachute pants, which is something maybe I need to think about doing. Corner the market on baby parachute pants.
We 100% should get in the business of making parachute baby pants.
I mean, how hard is it to make parachute pants for a baby? I mean,
probably pretty hard.
Negligible.
So what people really want to know, though, is where do babies come from, Matt? That's what people really want to know.
When a man, well, if they watch Jerry Nova's Love Extravaganza and they go to that one scene that we were talking about, they will find out.
Rub my pepperonis.
They will find out.
There's a shot in the film where it's literally on my nipples, and I told the director, Johnny Roman, no shots of my nipples. And then what does he do? He has a close-up of my nipples with the, dare I say it, pizza woman rubbing my nipples. And I told her, that's it. I'm never going to work with her again. And then now, now she's my girlfriend. So we, a pizza.
No, wait. The pizza girl is your girlfriend?
I don't know if you knew this. Yeah. So the person that played the pizza is my girlfriend in real life.
Wait, were you guys together during the movie?
Yes, because think about it, Matt. Do you think after watching that film, do you really think we could have found someone to play that person? Let's be honest. With the amount of money we were giving people to even do the film in the first place, do you think we could have found someone to do a sex scene with me? No one wants to do a sex scene with me, Matt.
I thought that it was going to be a great story that like she was, you cast her and you guys were together and then all of a sudden like sparks flew and like, but she was your girlfriend before. So it's just kind of like,
well, no, it's still a great story. It's a story of forcing someone to do something against their will. So that's also a good story to tell. Just kidding. Don't force people to do things, people. There's so many disclaimers in this episode, but I told people beforehand, this is a rated R episode. If you can't handle it, don't turn it off. I need the views, but just handle it. Okay. Figure it out.
I feel like we have to film like a whole bunch of like the more you know things to just put in, just slide in to this episode. Like we're going to film just a couple of them.
Okay. So I'll turn into the camera. I'll do one right now. And then you do one. So here, I'll go first. Don't force anybody to do something for you. It's bad. All right. Now you do one.
Don't give baby alcohol. It's bad. Before
we move on, but the Jerry Nova was supposed to have like a scene with like porn stars in it. I don't know if you knew. It might have been in the script. I don't know. So it's one of those times where I wish it's a deleted scene. Technically, it was in the script, but it wasn't in the film. And it's where Jerry and the pizza have met, and they're going on all these dates, and then you see like it cuts to like fades into like this sensual sex scene. All you'd see is like this muscular man, like half naked in the bed with this other woman. They're all getting into it. And then it cuts to Jerry and the pizza staring at them out the window. But you're supposed to think that it's them having sex, but it's really just them staring at these two people having sex through the window. And we were trying to find, I'm not even joking, we like reached out we didn't know how to find a naked guy or like who would show their penis. And so the guy was supposed to get up out of the bed. He's like, hey, you guys, get out of here. And he gets up and then like his wiener would be there. And you would see a wiener on Jerry Nova.
That was not in the script that I got.
Oh.
But I'm a little disappointed that scene did not make it into the movie because that would have been
I think we would have
hilarious.
I think we would have got into a few more film festivals. Anytime you have a penis in anything, you're going to get into like just art film. The people love penises.
Yeah.
I think boobs and vaginas are a little overrated. remember, this is rated R, so we could say anything we want right now. So I just said boobs on Watch Out, world. Yeah, boobs and vaginas are overrated. I think it's all about just a nice wiener in there.
Well, because the market has been saturated. Like you turn on a movie, almost guaranteed you're gonna see boobs and vagina. Almost guaranteed.
So what else is going on?
I'm kind of working on my own albums, my own music. I'm trying to release an album a year, but I don't know if that's gonna happen this year with everything that's going on. I released one last year that did pretty well. People seem to like it, so I've been working quietly on the next one. And
what I really want to know, though, Matt, is if we could do a Christmas album together. Because I feel like every famous person does a Christmas album. And at this point, if I'm not doing a Christmas album, I'm not very famous. So I need to step it up.
I would love to do a Christmas album with you. And funny, it's really funny because the most royalties I get paid are from, I worked on a couple of like Hallmark Christmas movies with another composer, and he asked me to do a whole bunch of just like Christmas arrangements of like jazz arrangements of Christmas tunes. So I did like 4 or 5 like just public domain Christmas tunes that I did these kind of jazz quartet type arrangements for, and like the companies just like keep reusing these like arrangements. So like all of a sudden I'll get like these random royalty payments from like Germany because they cut in like 3 of the arrangements I did into like a German version of Desperate Housewives or something. I'm like, oh, that's nice, you know. So I'm always down for a Christmas album.
So you got a lot of. So basically, it sounds like you got a lot of things going on. I have this. You know, you have a window at least in where you're at, but me, it's a prison. You can tell by my pale skin that the vitamin D is not taking. What's some inspirational words you have for people out there?
I mean, just take the time to spend this time with people that you love, and you know, use it to maybe do some things that you wouldn't normally do. You know, pick up those things that you had always been saying that you wanted to do. You know, try and do some of them. Try and learn a new skill. You know, try and become more informed about stuff in the world, stuff that's going on, different cultures, different languages, and hold those that you love closely. You know, because there's a lot of people that have been lost through this thing, and you know, we never know when our time is up. So I think this is kind of showing all of us to kind of cherish the time that we have.
That was beautiful. Although you probably made half the audience depressed and happy at the same time.
I really
It's
did.
50-50. Well, I want to thank you, Matt, for coming on. I think we should end it with the theme song you just made. And you sang, too. You did everything.
If that's what you want to do, if you want to subject the people to my singing, then it's your show.
Well, you realize it's going to be played every episode now. So it's too late, okay? Here we go.
I guess. I guess you're right.
And hopefully here's some royalties for you. But just please don't take too much money from me. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I love the bongos. We can kind of talk about it on the way out, too.
When you want something real but not too
It might dip out for you, by the way, on Zoom, because Zoom pisses me off when it does that. So I have to keep talking so you can hear it. Da, 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 da.
Giving Kelly by. He does what he feels, so grab a meal and get right.
This just reminds me of like a Cheers sitcom or something intro. It's beautiful. I love it.
Oh, I'm glad you like it, man. That's you're the most important person. You're the one that's got to like it. So as long as you like it, man, I'm happy. And I had a lot of fun doing it. So it was,
Wait, so you're
it's a win-win for
saying
me.
you hate it, but as long as I like it, it's okay?
Pretty much. I mean, that's really my whole career. As long as the client likes it, you know, I could think it's garbage, but if they like it, hey, they're the ones paying for it.
Well, thanks. That's a great way to end the show. Well, thanks, Matt, for coming on.